So at the end of season 2, we found ourselves on a frozen lake, and it was the climactic point, or not the climactic, the end of the season, where Cal had been kidnapped by 3 guys who had started to feel callings as well, but they were using it for bad purposes. Michaela and Zeke had just gotten married, and it kind of all happened at once, where Cal is gone now, and now their mission is to go save him. The ice breaks through, they all fall in. Thankfully, Zeke and Cal get saved, and then the 3 guys disappear. But when I say disappear, they literally disappeared. In season 2, Michaela was really struggling with her relationship with Jared, transitioning into something a bit more healthy, as they had kind of crossed a lot of boundaries in season 1 that weren't good for either of them. In season 2, she falls more and more in love with Zeke, who shares her callings, who has the same path as her. And so their connection grows deeper to the point where they get married. And Michaela kind of sees that as a chance for her to rebuild in a positive way and let Jared have a happy life that's not, you know, messy. In Manifest, the whole mystery is what happened to them on that plane. So Michaela and Ben are on this mission to figure that out. They get some of those answers by the end of season 2 when Zeke comes back to life. They realize that having a death date is not an actual death date, that there is a second chance potentially. However, with the 3 guys who kidnapped Cal, there's almost more questions on top of that now. What does it mean to come back? Who gets to come back? Does everyone come back? And so the questions continue. At the end of season 2, we also get a massive cliffhanger when the tail fin of Flight 828 is pulled out of the water. So going into season 3, we pick up right there where Ben gets to actually go discover what that is. And if it is from the actual plane, what that means for everyone. Michaela and Zeke are also on a beach, trying to enjoy a normal life. Obviously, that is thwarted when Michaela experiences a really intense calling, which leads her to discover a very, very significant character. Going into season 3, Michaela gets to experience a couple different things. First off, when we do discover the new character on our honeymoon, she does become a very integral part of the story, so much so that she comes back to New York and lives with the Stone family. However, she also is involved in the world and the callings and all of the chaos that we are going through. And she becomes a key player in figuring some of those things out. On top of that, Zeke actually, in coming back, has a bit of a new life. And that profoundly affects Michaela and the way that they interact as well. What I'm excited for Michaela's character in season 3 is almost her groundedness. I feel like by season 3, Michaela is no longer the hot mess. While she does have a ton going on still, she knows who she is, and she knows her mistakes, and she has come to terms with them. Even though the callings still push her and challenge her constantly with those things, she's able to take care of people more so than being taken care of. And I think that's really, really huge for her, because it starts to turn that other people do need her more and more and more. And is she fully there to be able to give them everything, or is there still a little part of her that's a mess? And then we kind of go on a bit of that journey with her. Manifest has been and will continue to be 5 shows in one, which sounds incredibly daunting, but Jeff has done an incredible job of weaving them into a beautiful tapestry. Going into season 3, there's still all of those elements. You have the family drama, the love drama between, you know, not just Zeke, Michaela, and Jared, but now other people. There's a few more love stories that kind of come into play. Then there's the science aspect. We're still trying to figure out what happened to us. Is it science-based? Is it government conspiracy? We still don't know. There's the brother-sister element as well of 2 friends who happen to be siblings who are trying to get through this together. I think what keeps the audience so attached to this show is what keeps me attached to this show is the fact that you just want to figure it out. You just want to know. So whether it's a picture that's subtly in the corner or whether it's something someone says, it all weaves together when you least expect it. And things that you saw coming, that you thought you were right about, you get rewarded for way later in the season when they plomp it on your lap and go, yep, you were right. So I think that's why fans really enjoy the show, is because they get to kind of feel like they are a detective like Michaela figuring it out. Season 3 is not like season 1 and 2. By the end of this season, you will walk away with your jaw on the floor, wondering what just happened.